Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/MaliciousCompliance. An expired coupon might upset some people a little more than you might think. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Here we go. Lady at work tried to burn the place down over an expired coupon. So I used to work for a large store chain many years ago. I won't say the name, but it sells a bit of everything, and the company started in Arkansas. So my workplace is one that has big Black Friday sales. For working Black Friday, we basically get a one-time use coupon for a very heavy discount on anything that we can add to our normal employee discount. It only lasts for a few weeks before expiring, so you have to use it quick. I only worked there for one holiday season, so I only went through Black Friday once, but it was a nightmare. I definitely earned that coupon. Don't remember what I used it for, but that's beside the point. So a few weeks after Black Friday, and about a week after the coupons expired, I come into work for my shift. During our lunch break, I hear some of my coworkers talking about somebody being crazy. I asked them what they were talking about, and this is what they told me. I'm trying to write it as best as I can remember, so not all the details may be accurate. One of the employees that had worked on Black Friday, different normal work crew than me, thankfully, had apparently forgotten that the Black Friday working coupons had an expiration date. Apparently, the day before, she'd tried to make a really big purchase using the coupon, and the cashier said it had expired. She lost her mind, screaming at the cashier and demanding they take it. She said she'd worked for it, since it was their duty to take it no matter what, and she wouldn't accept having worked Black Friday and not getting that discount. Several managers, including the store manager, had to come deal with her, and eventually she was escorted off the property. She wasn't fired for her outburst, but received some disciplinary action. Well, she apparently snapped at the managers, daring to refuse her, because the next day, maybe 12 hours after she tried to use her coupon, and just hours before I heard this story from my coworkers, she returned to the store with, and I'm not kidding here, a blowtorch intent on setting the building on fire. She started to try and set the mat and wooden decor elements on fire. I know this sounds made up, but it's completely true. She was quickly tackled by security and restrained until police arrived and she was arrested. She was, of course, fired and faced some pretty heavy charges. I don't remember the charges. All I remember is seeing her mugshot online with her in a straitjacket. I got several crazy stories out of that job, but that was the craziest. Thankfully, nobody was harmed. And our second story. Steal the computer I've been waiting 30 minutes for? Suffer the consequences. I was in a really poor mood and stressed out when this happened about 10 years ago. In college, there was a separate campus for engineers, but most people lived on the main campus. There were only about 40 engineering computers on the main campus for thousands of students, so they were tough to get sometimes. So I'm here waiting for a computer for like 30 minutes. I see a guy start packing up his bags, and I wait maybe about 25 feet away from him in an open area so I don't crowd him. Suddenly, this guy cuts in front of me and hops on the computer. I told him I'd been waiting, but he's like, "Sorry, bro, I was here first," and wouldn't get off the computer. So I have to wait another 15 minutes for a computer to open up, and it just so happens this computer is on the opposite side of the table from the guy who cut me off. I wasn't there long, maybe about an hour or so. As I'm packing up, this guy's still there, and I'm PO'd. Being across the table from me, I can see the back of his computer, so as I'm about to leave, I very subtly pull out the power cable from his computer and see his face light up. I could tell he lost a lot of work, and he had no idea it was me. I just walked away slowly, looked back, and he was still baffled by what happened and was visibly freaking out. I have no regrets. Simple and elegant. You had no power over him taking your computer, and you help him understand that feeling of powerlessness. Very giving of you. And our next story. How to stop coworker from begging me to pay for her life nonstop so she can spend her cash on mental health. She was going through a rough patch, so I said it was okay to crash for 4 nights. No more. Instantly, she made herself at home, not in a good way. She was caught going through my drawers, borrowed clothes, moved my furniture around, was setting up the guest room like she was moving in, She brought 3 dogs she forgot to mention. She was constantly drinking my booze, obviously top shelf. Cheap stuff disagrees with her. Don Julio 1942 is the only tequila she can stomach, but was doing Cuervo no problem when it was free at ladies' night. After 4 nights, I told her to go. She whined, cried, flailed. Then she asked to leave 1 box for 3 days. Okay. 2 months later, 6 huge boxes of crap and a smelly dog bed were still here. I told her I was going to put it in a storage unit with 1 month paid. At the end of that month, she put the bill on my desk to pay for the second month. I only paid the first month to get her crap out and give her 0 reason to enter my house. Was 100% worth the $70. She's not in my house. She left after 4 days. Days later, the poor me stuff started. She asked me for a small loan of $4,000 because she found a dream place but can't afford it. She deserves a luxury condo for her mental health because your home is a sanctuary. I discovered she took some things from my home. When I asked for them back, I have no nice things, and you don't know what it's like having nothing. I harassed her until my things were returned. They were returned. She's asked me to pick her up every day and drive her home, 35 minutes out of my way each way. I told her to take the bus or Uber. So she said to add her to my Uber plan so we can help each other out. How's that helping me? I'm just going to get stuck paying to cart you and your friends everywhere. They'll probably trash the car with all that drinking. Since then, I'm asked daily to buy her Ubers. I told her to get a bus pass, and she said, I don't like the bus, but let me know when you buy it. You have to laminate it for me, too. I didn't do anything. I have never once paid for an Uber or given a ride. I don't even pay the $3.50 for the bus. Now she's asking me to give her my new furniture or buy her furniture because she can't afford it. I said no. She said it's not fair because I'm doing better in life, so it's my duty to help. I said no, I'm not paying her bills or furnishing her place. Every effing day I get these annoying effing begging emails. Blocked her number. She's begging the boss, begged our other coworkers, steals from the office. We're sick of it. No HR, the owner said it's a personal problem and to never bother him with personal problems. I'm 100% in agreement with that. He isn't daddy, he's my boss. I'm constantly getting crap like, hi, I saw you posted that you were at X Steakhouse yesterday, so that must mean you're doing way better than me in life and I can barely afford ramen. It's so unfair. Can I have some cash for groceries? Crap like that. It's so uncomfortable, I don't even want to go in the office. She has no money for a $10 Uber but can buy a $35 acai bowl, smoothie, and avocado toast each day for lunch and is constantly bragging about her parties, concert trips, and new clothes. I told her that maybe she should get a weekend gig, and that was rude because her mental health requires her to have weekends to party and relax. Life, it's so uncomfortable. I've started eating ramen and cheap yogurt at the office so she doesn't follow me to lunch and try to put her crap on my bill again. I work 3 jobs for me, not for her. This woman is 46, not 21, just FYI. Don't let her make her problems your problems. And change the locks on your doors. And our last story. Karen sells a house that's not hers. Near my house, there's an abandoned house. The owner passed away, maybe 2012. I met him. He was a good man, never had children, but he had nephews. After his death, a woman went to live in his house. Nobody said anything because neighbors used to think she was his niece. Nope, she isn't. Their true nephew went to that house last week and found that Karen's been living in the house that his uncle left him. Well, I live like 3 or 4 houses left of her, so I could hear her scream that she bought that house years ago, and she had all the papers for the house, and she's the owner. The truth? Another Karen sold her that house. She works in town hall and got the papers of the house. When Karen number 1, we're going to call her Joan now, and Sam, true owner of the house, went to talk with Karen, she at first denied everything. Then the police went with them. Karen screamed that she had the right to do that because she did a lot of things for this town and nobody was going to claim that house after all, so she did it and sold it. Sam reported her for property theft and Joan for scam. Karen got fired at work, counselor, and now she's being investigated. With the pandemic, all the courts are closed, but Sam's a lawyer and he asked a favor of his friends and Karen was summoned to court in March. Now, the house, Sam and Joan agreed that he's going to sell the house to her, but they're going to ask in the trial that Karen pay to Sam the money that Joan gave her for the house and the new papers of property and compensation to both. Sam's going to take that money and Joan will be the legal owner of the house. Sam wasn't interested in the house. He just came to see what his uncle left him, see what he could do with it. That's basically the story. The source, Joan told everything to my sister, who has a store in her house. She told us. And well, Joan told this story to everyone she knows. She isn't a bad woman, but she could be a Karen when she wants. Edit. Karen's in jail now, waiting for a trial. She sold at least 4 houses in our town and the capital city. That's all I know for now. I can't blame Joan for kicking off, to be honest. Finding out your home isn't your home? Terrifying. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.